What's up YouTube? This is Shabazz, and I'm back with another CBD hemp flower review. What's up to all my connoisseurs? Hope you're staying healthy, hope you're staying safe. Welcome back to another video. Today we have a new vendor to the channel. They're not a very well-known vendor, but they have some reasonable prices and some interesting looking products. I'm talking about Vance Global. Now you may not have heard of Vance Global before, but what they have is some pretty decently priced hemp cigarettes, and they also sell flower too. I think the flower is more of like an afterthought. I think their main thing is their hemp cigarettes, which I have here today. They have an all-natural blend, which is hemp mixed with some other things, some all other natural herbs, and then they have just the pure hemp smokes. I also have 1/8 of the flower, which is legendary OG. With the package, unfortunately, no letter to law enforcement, no paper test results. To get the sticker though, and this, a Vance Global mask. Well, that's pretty cool. It's fitting for the times. All right, let's start off with this all-natural blend, because no matter how hard I try, a lot of times the effects do layer on top of each other, so I want to get the pure effects of each one separately. So first off the bat, something that they do totally different from all other hemp cigarettes I've seen. They package their hemp cigarettes inside of Mylar like this. Absolutely no smell. And hemp cigarettes don't usually smell a lot anyways, but this is just ensuring 100% there's no smell. You can't even really tell what that is in there. On this, they do have a full COA report on the back. So it looks like this comes in at 0.17% total THC, 10.98%, so basically 11% CBD. And this is the all-natural blend. So this is hemp mixed with other herbs. I'm not sure which ones. I have to go check when I'm done recording this. But let's get into it. So yeah, like the packaging. Getting a little bit of smell now. Oh, that smells. It smells like kind of like legendary OG or Bubba Kush mixed with mint. I don't know. Next. Okay, so this is a 10-pack of smokes. This is the all-natural blend, organic hemp flower with organic herbs. And it doesn't say what organic herbs. It just says organic herbs. But I think on the website they might say which ones. So that's pretty cool. All right, let's open this up. No foil, just looks like this. Yeah, it has that hemp and mint smell to it. That's what they look like right there. I'm curious as to what the other herbs are that are in there. But let's light it up and try it out. There's a peculiar taste. It's not like hemp smokes, it's not like hemp, it's not like cigarettes. The taste and the smell reminds me of old people, like my great-grandma's house. Some herb that they use in there, something that old people keep around their house. The taste is very mild. It tastes like it smells. It's very mild. Really smooth hitting. It's burning pretty evenly. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I just wish I knew exactly what herbs are in here. Interesting smell though. It might be like some lavender in here. I don't know, rose petals maybe. I honestly don't know. I don't know a lot about herbs. Yeah, me personally, this all-natural blend, it might not be for me, just because it does have this kind of like floral, potpourri taste to it. I know some people will enjoy that. It's definitely an upgrade from the taste of cigarettes, a downgrade from the taste of cannabis. So if you don't like the taste of cannabis, you don't like the taste of cigarettes, then you will like this. But it's just not for me personally. It's not bad. It's easy to smoke. It doesn't taste bad at all. Like I said, it tastes better than cigarettes. It's not necessary for me personally. But it's not a bad product though. Actually, I get the idea behind it, and it does smell and taste pretty good. As far as effects, I've been ranting on and on. Not really feeling much from this. Just have that little amount of THC and little amount of CBD, so I might feel something in a few minutes. But right now, no kick coming on like as if I was smoking like a joint of some hemp flower. All right, well, that was interesting and different. I never really got any effects from that. I put out the cigarette. I definitely know that there are people out there that will enjoy that over pure hemp or nicotine or tobacco cigarettes. Let's get into the pure hemp cigarettes. So now I'm really intrigued. Oh, looks like total THC on this is 0.29%. So almost double the THC of that one. 17.77%. A lot more CBD on this one than the all natural blend. But that is because this is pure hemp flower. Same packaging, same deal. Very slight smell. This is actually less aromatic than the all natural blend. Okay, different packaging. This one says pure. No tin foil. Same basic look on that. Rolled the same filter, same paper. Just like other hemp cigarettes, has barely any smell. If you didn't know that this was made of hemp, you wouldn't be able to tell by the smell. Let's get into it. Definitely a different taste than that all natural blend. This tastes a lot more like hemp cigarettes, like the other hemp cigarettes I've tried, which strangely taste a lot like cigarettes. There's no tobacco. I've verified, I've checked. All brands, no tobacco. It's all pure hemp flower. But something about the way they dry it out and process it, roll it, just gives it a similar taste and smell to cigarettes. It smells like a cannabis cigarette. It smells like a combination of cannabis and tobacco, which is weird. I also have a theory though that part of the reason they smell like cigarettes, not because they smell like tobacco, it's because they smell like burning cigarette paper, filter and everything, and we've come to associate that smell with tobacco cigarettes. So that might be why. This one smokes really smooth. It's that very mild taste, basically no taste. I would have to compare the taste, number one, to like a light cigarette. It doesn't say what strain or strains that this is made out of, so it's kind of a mystery. Pretty good. I mean, there's not much to it. It's a hemp cigarette. Tried a few different brands of hemp cigarettes. None of them have really been bad. This is right in line with those. Only biggest difference with this is it looks a little bit less like a traditional cigarette because it has the unbleached rolling paper. Aside from that though, I mean, nothing wrong with it. I'm gonna put this out and I wanna cut into it and see what kind of flower's inside. A good hemp cigarette will be made out of actual flower, not shake or trim. And this definitely appears to be made out of what looks to be primarily ground up flower. I don't see any real big pieces of stems, leaves, or seeds. There's actually a little piece of flower right there that didn't get ground up so well. So it looks like this is actually made of flower. And surprisingly, after smoking that one, talking about it, cutting it open, I am getting a slightest little bit of effects going. Nothing too heavy, nothing too extreme, but it's noticeable and it's there. Very faint, very light. Kind of like if you just took one small puff of a bowl or one hit off of a hemp joint, you just get a tiny little sensation, but it's there. So these are the Vance Global hemp cigarettes. I like them. I like the pure more than the all natural blend just because I just like smoking pure hemp flower, but the all natural blend might be for some of you, but I'm giving these the Shabazz seal of approval. These are another good option for people that are looking to get off cigarettes, looking for a cigarette replacement, or just a convenient way to smoke hemp flower throughout the day. All right, let's get into the flower itself. So this is their legendary OG. Once again, no paper test results, but on the labeling, it does say 15% CBD, so I'm sure they rounded that. So it's either in the high 14s, low 15s, 15% CBD, less than 0.30% THC. This is an 1/8 of Legendary OG. That smells like Legendary OG. And it just smells like a lot of the outdoor Legendary OG that I've had. Kind of that sweet, tart, pungent, gassy aroma. I mean, the OG Kush smell on the Legendary OG definitely comes through on Legendary OG. And on this variety, it's no different. Let's get it out onto a tray. So looking at this right off the bat, it is moderately seeded. And I'm not saying lightly seeded, I'm saying moderately seeded, because I've already found about 6 seeds in the 1/8, haven't broken anything down. That's just what came out of the jar. Now, normally that would be an absolute deal breaker right off the bat, but the pricing structure they have on their flower is actually pretty reasonable. So if the effects are good on this and everything, it might not be a bad deal. As far as the looks though, this is pretty standard looking, nothing special about it. Just pretty standard outdoor hemp flower right here. Small buds. Once again, I don't think I'm gonna bother trying to take a good picture of this. The buds are all smallish, they're not super small, but they're all kind of small and broken apart. There's no good glory here to show. But check this one out right here. This is what it looks like. Once again, nothing too special, just kind of your average outdoor Legendary OG. All right, breaking that down, nothing exciting. I did find a couple more seeds in some of the buds. Aside from that though, some pretty standard Legendary OG so far. Let's try it out. Has that signature Legendary OG taste to it. It tastes like it's going to be very potent. Smoke was a little bit harsh. Okay, the smoke on this is pretty harsh. Could be due to a number of different reasons. Might just be because the bud is too dry. It has an imperfect cure on it. I don't know. Take a smaller hit right there to try to avoid some of that harshness. So we're not taking big, huge rips. It's not that bad. It's definitely smokable. But if you're like me and you're trying to take big, huge, lung capacity hits, it is going to be kind of harsh. But I think in a joint or a blunt or smaller hits, it's not that bad. And surprisingly, it's not getting extremely worse down as the bowl goes. I think that was the last hit, and it wasn't a killer. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that that one was probably about a 6, 6.5 on the smoothness scale. It's smokable, but it could definitely be better. All right, so Legendary OG is an indica dominant strain. It usually has pretty potent effects. I never had a Legendary OG that wasn't potent. So that's what I'm expecting. Plus, like I said, it tastes potent. Give me a few minutes, sit back, and I'll come back and let you know.
A few minutes later.
All right, I'm back. So as expected, the effects on this are pretty potent. I'm feeling a little bit sedated. I'm feeling very couch locky, very focused, very stuck. I find myself kind of running wild inside of my own head with thoughts. I have that kind of dual hyper focus and hyper unfocus that strong cannabis gives you. You're kind of there, but then you're also not there. I don't know, it's weird. And physically, I don't really feel too heavy, but I do feel pressure behind my eyes. So definitely potent effects. Definitely strongly indica-leaning effects. And this is not a strain that I would recommend you smoke if you gotta get something done. This is definitely a nighttime strain, and I'm sure it will put somebody to sleep. With that being said, I'm kind of torn on whether or not I should give this a Shabazz seal of approval. On one hand, it's seeded, and the smoke is kind of harsh. On the other hand, the effects are really good. And it's priced pretty reasonably for the quality. So I'm not sure. I don't really have any complaints besides the harshness and the seeds, of course. The effects are pretty potent. So I think on this one, I'm kind of 50-50. I'm right in the middle. I think if any of you try this flower, even if it's like a month from now, come back to this video. Let me know down in the comments if this gets your approval. I definitely want to say, well, you could get better flower than this, but the effects on this are really good, and it's going to be hard to find better quality flower at this price point. But I'm not giving it the Shabazz seal of approval. All right, so that was the review of Vance Global. Pretty good products. It needs to be pointed out that their hemp cigarettes were the first hemp cigarettes that gave me any kind of a noticeable effect, so that's good. I really like hemp cigarettes. Even if not necessarily for me, I just like them for what they can do from any vendor. But we're looking at the Vance Global cigarettes. They weren't bad. Before you click away, go down in the description, check out the link, check out the merch. Everything is designed by me for you. Check that out, support the channel. Check out my Instagram, which is here down in the description. Hit like if you like the video. Hit me up down in the comments. Subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications so you can see when I upload new content. I appreciate each and every one of y'all so much, and I hope that you have an amazing rest of your day or night. Please stay tuned for the next video. Peace.
Yo, this guy right here is mad sketchy, bro.
You ain't gotta worry, girl. I won't kidnap you. You mad ugly.